So this is the PGA West Region event from Bowood. This is our last order of merit of the year. It was actually yesterday. We're going to do this slightly differently than normal. We're going to get straight into the action for the voiceover when I'm warming up. I've filmed quite a lot on the golf course in the tournament, so there's a voiceover throughout, and then we're going to go back to this bit because there's a few things that I just wanted to discuss, a few errors that we're going to get back to at the end of the video, just to give you a few pointers as well, based on the reflection that I had during this round. All right, so enjoy. The weather is probably worse than this is right now. All right, it's absolutely crazy, 50-mile-an-hour winds. Enjoy. We'll be back here at the end.
All right, it's fair to say this is the windiest round of golf I've ever played in a tournament. So you're going to see some stuff, and we're going to do this slightly differently today. So we're just getting straight into the action, and then I'm going to do a little video at the end just talking through a couple of the problems I had on this day. Some of it was around chipping, shock horror, and the other was around what I was doing in the wind when the wind got up, which caused some problems. All right, because I actually had something going here. I won't give it all away. But yeah, let's actually explain what this is. So this is the last PGA West Region Order of Merit of the year at Bowood, which is a really good golf course, like a proper golf course, long, with some, tough holes. And the forecast today was heavy showers and a lot of wind. So the wind actually gets up to 50-mile-an-hour gusts on the back nine, which is crazy, and on the front nine it was gusting 35-40 with showers just rolling in like every hole. So just getting warmed up, just doing the usual stuff, left arm only drills, and then left arm off. You can see the wind already picking up. First hole is into off the left, just over 400 yards, and the shot that I'm working on with Liam at the moment, our shot that we're trying to get in play with driver, is gripping down and just getting into it whilst keeping the arms up. So it's almost like a slightly sped down, knockdowny driver, but still swinging it pretty quick with it. And we're finding some success. So hit this one off the first tee, and it was a little left, but the wind was hard off the left, so just held up into the rough, made par. This is the second hole, wind into, in fact it was more like a cross, straight across, hit a 6-iron to here, 205 yards pin, and pretty solid start. Onto the third hole, which is a par 5. Now this is into off the left, and there's a hazard between 250 and 280 on the right. With that tree, I was erring on the side of don't hit a flary one, and just got a little quick. So the hips just span out a bit, and I'll show you a few swings that I do this in a second as well. So this is just a case of, look, the rough was down, so I made it play a bit easier than normal. So just get it up to, I think I had about 108 here, which I had playing about 130. So I hit a little 48 just to power down one. Really nice wedge shot in here. Hit it to 8 foot. Was going to film it, and then it started absolutely pissing it down. Didn't hold the par, made par. Moving on to another par 5, the next hole. Hit the driver in play, and then hit this. Now this is the strongest part of my game, ball striking. Just generally the long game, and just watch the hips here. Just getting a bit too spinny, club gets dropped behind me, gets a bit shallow, don't get on top of the golf ball, and it actually hit this wall from 240 downwind. Hit the wall, and they ended up being able to play it. And yeah, just wanted to just make sure I didn't get too delicate with this one. So I had about 40 yards, 35 yards pin, just through the back, chipped it up, hold it, and then I birdied the next, really nice birdie, drove it in the greenside bunker and made birdie. And then on the next hole, which you're going to see here, I hit it left, just in this like rough bit or bare bit, and as I was moving a twig, the ball moved. So I had to call a penalty on myself at this point, which was very frustrating. Knocked it up to 6 foot, missed it, so it was actually a double. So that was 1 over at this point. Now the showers, mate, is just coming in like every. I was just telling my playing partner, I've never played a round of golf where a shower literally went in and went out almost every single hole. Probably got about 7 showers in the front 9. This is hole 6 or 7 for birdie. This is just after a shower come in. The greens were a lot slower just after the heavy rain that came in. Made par, so 1 over, stood on this tee, which is 8, and this is a massive dogleg left, and this is one where sorry, the dog's going mental in the background, just making sure this didn't go left in the hazard, just blocked it right, left myself way too far in, 199, downwind, bit of a flyer, hit an 8 iron, really well struck, and gave it the old Garcia gallop up the hill and hit it to here. It's absolutely loving the weather. So this is for birdie up the hill, 20 odd foot. Hit it about 16 foot. Right, knocked it in for par, so another par, still 1 over at this point. Hole 9 at Bowood is a dogleg right, and this was just a bit off the toe. It's another one of those swings that doesn't look great, but when it's blowing that hard and you don't strike them, it's hard to make nice looking golf swings. All right, so it's the first time you're watching my channel. This is not usually what the golf swing looks like at all. This is a bit of a funky flyer, just come out a bit knuckleball-y, actually went to the right instead of moving on the wind to the left. But no real stress on the fringe, made par, so that is 1 over through 9 holes. And the winning score was level par, all right? Well, level par was actually a playoff, just because it was so windy. Now, this is probably the best golf swing I've made on a golf course for a very, very long time. This is where it all comes together and feels good. This is actually a par 5 third shot. I laid up off the tee and displayed it as a 3-shotter and made a really nice birdie. Now, level par. Pretty much tied leader at this point. Hole 11 is a big dogleg right and it's wind off the left. Just a really good shot here. Just got this cutting a bit on the wind, and the wind just took the ball, and yeah, got this pretty close to the green. So here we are, my favourite place. This is where I've made loads of bogeys from in recent tournament rounds, from 40, 50 yards. It looks a bit further than it is, but this is actually about 40 yards. It's actually on a downslope, and I'm playing onto an upslope, and then the green is going away. So it's not an easy shot. But it's not that effing hard. So have a look at what happens here. So the club's getting dumped under, the VSP's really low. Okay, so we're actually going to do a separate video on this for the channel soon, but I will briefly touch on this at the end of the video as well, just so you know exactly what's going on there. And then found myself in this situation where, and this is not easy, it's like a wet upslope to a green that slopes away, and I know it doesn't look like it from this angle, but it's pretty quick. So I thought putt was the best choice, and this is to save par, and I didn't, and I absolutely lost my shit at this, because this is knocking it in front of a green when you're pretty much tied leader, and you walk off with a bogey.
Wild now, just hit a drive up this par 4, had 146 back flag, just trying to literally chip an 7 iron on the floor, and I don't think I've got it. I don't think it's gone 125 yards. It's actually wild now. The winds are picking up really, really strong.
Yeah, to pretty much be tied leader knock it in front of. Just give yourself a chance. Give yourself a look at birdie, and then potentially get up there, get amongst the leaders, or actually get into the lead, if you know what I mean. Of course, the next hole or a couple of holes later, you're going to get the same sort of challenge. This is just bare and muddy. Did a better job of that. Got the spine angle tilted again. I'll explain this a bit more at the end of the video. Just coming off bogey on that one where I knocked in front of the green, and the bogey on the par 3, and that is another bogey. And this is it's sort of a drivable par 4. It's 350 to the middle, but it's downwind. So I actually made one of my best driver swings for a very long time down the breeze, and this thing absolutely flew. So it's about 350 middle, and this pitch towards the back of the green, so I think this must have carried like 365. As you can see, feeling really confident around the greens. Just a nice little chip and run here with a putter. And this was for birdie. And the wind was verging on like the 40, but this is where it got insane. Just lipped out made a 3-putt bogey after bogey in a par 5 as well. So on an awful run here. Scorecard I'll show you at the end, and this is a par 5 where the wind is literally blowing at 50 miles an hour off the right. Had to step off this. As I said, never played in a tournament where it's this windy before, and just tried to hit. Basically, the windier it got, the more I got choppier and on top of it and lost the ball left. So I'm going to explain exactly what I did and how to get around it in the next video, along with the short game stuff. So I'm just going to play this video out. I'll show you the scorecard. Look at that wind. Yeah, we'll get into everything at the end of the video. Alright, I'll speak to you in a bit. Speak to you in a bit, man.
Okay, so I think it's fair to say that tournament round did not really go to plan in the end. I was actually hitting it really well. I was playing solid, just keeping the game together, level par through 10 holes, and then it just went on a run of bogeys, double bogeys, just because the stuff I'm going to talk about right now. All right, so short game. Now, you know the short game. If you've been following this channel for a while, you know the short game is the area that I've really struggled with. And I mean, I made bogey from 40 yards on 11, and I've done that like 5 or 6 times in tournaments recently, made bogey from 40 yards, which is just unforgivable. I should be making birdies half of the time, I'd say, like from 40 yards. Should be wedging it inside 10 foot. Anyway, the wedge stuff and the short game stuff, just wait for a video that is going to be dropping probably tomorrow. I've made a massively drastic change to my short game, and I've been out here practicing in this shit all day, and it's made a huge difference. All right, so that video is coming tomorrow, and I feel like it's solved all of the problems that I've had with short game. Just one fairly big change, and it is drastic. All right, there's some of you may know what I'm about to show you tomorrow. The other stuff. So I kept missing it left over the past 6-7 holes when the wind really got up to like 50 mile an hour gusts. I kept missing it left. Now the stuff that I'm working on with Liam is, up, off, in, keeping the arms up, and a release. So as the wind got up more and more, I made a mistake of trying to flight the ball down more and more, when in reality what I should have done is just taken the speed off of it, which takes the spin off of it, which doesn't launch it quite as low, but just gets the ball out there just nice and dead. All right, so what I did was started to chase low, so it got really spinny, and then as a result the face was shut, so it's like a low left shot, and I was missing a lot of greens. And then with the short game that I had yesterday, didn't make up and down, and even on 17 on that par 3, I've literally struck one. I've never seen a ball flight so low and so left. yeah, it was a bit of a worry when it came off the face. Anyway, so what I really should have done is just focus more on just taking the speed off of it and focus more on what we're trying to do, which is arms up, lean. Arms up, lean means not spinning and chopping. It's more arms up when you're moving in. And that would have neutralised the ball flight, taken the speed off it, taken the spin off of it, and been a lot more controllable. Coupled with the stuff that I'm going to show you tomorrow for short game, we would have ended it differently. But that's the main thing. We're reflecting. Still got 3 weeks to go to South Africa. The long game's feeling really good. I know it looked a bit off in that, but it was blowing. It almost like standing up was tough for the last few holes. So yeah, I've got a tournament tomorrow. So there's a video dropping tomorrow on short game, and then I've got a tournament with Rich, 4-ball bettable at Bobby Castle. That will be coming over the next 3 or 4 days, and there's a video with Liam playing lesson on the course coming on Sunday. So loads of content coming up on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, and yeah, Africa. See you soon, boys.